Have you ever wondered why some people become fluent in English, even though they don't study for hours every day, while others spend years learning grammar and still struggle to speak? The answer might surprise you. Fluency is not about knowing the most words. It is not about having perfect grammar. And it is definitely not about being naturally talented. The real difference is in how you practice, not how much you study. Imagine two people. The first person studies English for 2 hours every Sunday, then forgets about it for the rest of the week. The second person practices for just 15 minutes every single day. After a few months, who do you think will speak more naturally? Almost always, it's the second person, because fluency isn't built in one big effort. It grows through small actions repeated every day. If you've ever said, "I understand English, but I can't speak it," or "I always forget the words when it's my turn to talk," then this video is exactly for you. Today, I'm going to show you a simple, step-by-step path that can completely change the way you learn English. No confusing grammar lessons, no impossible study plans, just practical habits that train your brain to think, understand, and speak English more naturally. So stay with me until the end, because each step builds on the one before it. And by the time you finish this video, you'll have a clear roadmap that you can start using today. Now, let's begin with the first and most important step. Before you learn new words, before you open another grammar book, and before you watch another English lesson, I want you to stop for just a moment, because this is where most English learners make their biggest mistake. So every day, they collect new vocabulary. They memorize grammar rules. They save dozens of English videos. But after weeks, or even months, they still hesitate when someone asks them a simple question. Why? Because learning English is not the same as using English. Think about it like this. Imagine someone who watches cooking videos every day. They know every recipe. They know every ingredient. They know every cooking technique, but they never enter the kitchen. Will they become a good cook? Of course not. The same thing happens with English. Watching lessons is helpful. Reading books is helpful. Learning grammar is helpful. But none of these things will make you fluent unless you actually use the language. From today, change your goal. Don't ask yourself, "How many new words did I learn today?" Instead, ask, "How many English sentences did I actually use today?" That one question can completely change your progress. Even if you know only 50 English words, you can still create dozens of useful sentences. For example, "I am tired. I need some water. I have an idea. I don't understand." These are not difficult sentences, but they are real. And real English is always more powerful than perfect English that stays inside your notebook. So here's today's small challenge. For the next 24 hours, don't try to learn 50 new words. Instead, use the English you already know. Speak one sentence while making tea. Speak another while checking your phone. Describe what you're doing. Talk to yourself if no one is around. It may feel strange at first. That's completely normal. Every fluent speaker once felt exactly the same. The difference is, they didn't stop when it felt uncomfortable. They kept speaking. And little by little, English stopped feeling like a school subject. It became a natural part of their daily life. That is the real beginning of fluency. Now that you've changed the way you think about learning English, let's move to the second step, where your brain starts learning English the same way children learn their first language. Now that you've stopped trying to learn everything, it's time for the second step. And this step is more important than most people realize. Before your mouth can speak English naturally, your ears must become comfortable with it. Think about a baby. A baby doesn't start talking on the first day. For months, the baby only listens. Every voice, every sound, every word goes into the brain. Slowly, the brain begins to recognize patterns. Without opening a grammar book, without memorizing vocabulary, the child starts understanding the language. And one day, the first words come out naturally. Your brain still learns language in the same way. The only difference is, many English learners don't listen enough. They spend hours reading grammar rules, but only a few minutes listening to real English. That's like trying to play the piano without ever listening to music. It doesn't work. So instead of asking yourself, "How many grammar rules should I study today?" ask yourself, How much real English did I hear today? Because every minute you spend listening, your brain is collecting patterns. It begins to understand how native speakers connect words, how they pause, how they stress important words, how sentences flow naturally. And that's exactly what fluency sounds like. But here's something very important. Don't choose English that is too difficult. If you understand only 10%, your brain becomes tired. Instead, choose English that you can understand most of. Simple conversations, slow podcasts, easy stories, short dialogues. When you understand around 70 to 80%, your brain learns much faster. Now here's a simple exercise you can start today. Play a short English clip. Just 30 seconds is enough. Listen carefully one time. Don't speak. Just focus on the sound. Then play it again. This time, repeat after the speaker. Don't worry if your pronunciation isn't perfect. Don't stop the recording every second. Just keep following the voice. Your goal isn't perfection. Your goal is to make your ears and your mouth work together. At first, you may miss some words. That's okay. The second time, you'll understand a little more. The third time, you'll notice words you didn't hear before. This is how your listening ability grows, little by little, day by day. Remember, fluent speakers don't hear English as separate words. They hear complete ideas. And the more you listen, the faster your brain starts recognizing those ideas automatically. So before you try to speak faster, teach your ears to understand better. Because strong listening creates strong speaking. Now that your ears are beginning to understand English naturally, let's move to the next step, where you'll learn how to turn listening into confident speaking. Now your ears are becoming familiar with English. You're listening more. You're noticing the rhythm. You're following real conversations. But there is still one habit that silently slows down almost every English learner. And that habit is translating every sentence in your mind. It happens so quickly that most people don't even notice it. Someone asks you a simple question. What did you do today? Instead of answering immediately, your brain first creates the answer in your native language. Then it starts searching for English words. Then it checks the grammar. Then it worries about making a mistake. By the time you're ready to speak, the conversation has already moved on. Does that sound familiar? If it does, don't worry. You're not bad at English. You're simply using the wrong process. Think about driving a car for the first time. At the beginning, you think about every movement, the steering wheel, the mirrors, the brakes, the speed. Everything feels slow and difficult. But after enough practice, you stop thinking about each step. You simply drive. Speaking English works exactly the same way. The goal isn't to translate faster. The goal is to stop translating completely. Now, you might be wondering, how can I think in English if my English isn't very good? The answer is, start much smaller than you think. Don't try to think long paragraphs. Think one simple sentence. Look around your room. See your chair. Quietly say, "This is my chair." Look at your phone. "This is my phone." Look outside the window. The sky is blue. The weather is warm. I'm drinking water. I'm sitting on my chair. These sentences may seem too easy, but they are training your brain to connect English directly with real life, without translation, without hesitation. Here's another exercise. Choose one everyday activity. Maybe you're making breakfast. Maybe you're walking to work. Maybe you're cleaning your room. While you're doing it, describe every action in simple English. I'm opening the door. I'm washing my hands. I'm looking for my keys. I'm making some tea. Don't worry if you repeat the same words every day. Repetition is not boring. Repetition builds automatic thinking. And automatic thinking creates fluent speaking. After 1 week, you'll notice something interesting. Some sentences will appear in your mind naturally, without any effort, without translating. That is a huge sign of progress. It means your brain is slowly accepting English as a language, instead of treating it like a school subject. Always remember this. Fluent speakers don't have faster dictionaries inside their heads. They simply think directly in English. And you can train your brain to do exactly the same. It won't happen overnight, but every small English thought you create today makes tomorrow's conversation easier. Now that your brain is beginning to think in English, it's time for the next step. Because thinking is powerful, but confidence only grows when you start speaking out loud. Now you've learned how to listen. You've started thinking in English. But there is one more wall that almost every learner faces. And that wall is fear. Not fear of English, fear of speaking. Many people believe they need more vocabulary before they speak. Others think they need perfect grammar. Some wait until they feel confident. But here's the truth. Confidence doesn't come before speaking. Confidence comes because of speaking. Think about a child learning to walk. The child doesn't wait until they can walk perfectly. They stand up. They fall. They try again. They fall again. And after many small attempts, walking becomes natural. Speaking English follows the same path. The more you speak, the less afraid you become. But if you keep waiting for the perfect moment, that moment may never come. So here's a simple rule. Don't practice until you get it right. Practice until speaking feels normal. Now, you may be thinking, but I don't have anyone to practice with. That's completely okay. Because your first speaking partner can be yourself. Stand in front of a mirror. Look at yourself for 1 minute. Smile. Then introduce yourself in English. My name is, I live in, I'm learning English because I want to communicate with confidence. Don't worry if your voice sounds strange. Everyone feels that way in the beginning. The important thing is not how you sound. The important thing is that you're speaking. Next, talk about your day. Imagine someone is sitting in front of you. Tell them what happened today. I woke up early. I made breakfast. I answered some emails. I'm happy because I finished my work. If you forget a word, don't stop. Use easier words. Keep the conversation moving. Because real communication isn't about using difficult vocabulary, it's about sharing your ideas. Here's another powerful exercise. Take any object near you. Maybe it's a cup. Maybe it's your phone. Maybe it's a book. Now speak about it for 30 seconds. This is my phone. I use it every day. It helps me learn English. I watch videos on it. I also use it to talk to my family. Notice what you're doing. You're creating English instead of memorizing English. And that's exactly how fluency grows. At first, 30 seconds may feel difficult. Then it becomes 1 minute. Soon, you'll be able to speak for 2 or 3 minutes without stopping. Not because your English suddenly became perfect, but because your mind stopped being afraid. Always remember this. Making mistakes while speaking is not a sign of failure. Staying silent because you're afraid is what slows your progress. Every sentence you speak, even an imperfect one, makes your English stronger. Every conversation, even a short one, teaches your brain something new. So don't wait until you feel ready. Start speaking today, because every fluent English speaker has one thing in common. They chose progress over perfection, and that single decision changed everything. Now that you're speaking more confidently, let's move to the next step, where you'll discover how to build a strong vocabulary naturally without memorizing hundreds of random words. Now you're listening more, you're thinking in English, and you're speaking every day. But many learners make another mistake at this stage. They try to memorize hundreds of new words. Every day they open a vocabulary list. The next morning, they've already forgotten half of them. Why does this happen? Because the human brain remembers words much better when they are connected to real life. A single useful word that you use every day is more valuable than 50 difficult words you never speak. So instead of asking, how many words should I memorize? Ask yourself, which words do I actually need today? Start with the language of your daily life. The words you use at home, at work, at school, while shopping, while talking to your friends. For example, instead of learning 10 different words for emotions, learn one simple sentence. I'm excited. Then use it. I'm excited about this movie. I'm excited to learn English. I'm excited for tomorrow. Now the word has meaning. It has emotion. It becomes part of your memory. Here's another powerful method. Don't learn words alone. Learn them inside complete sentences. Instead of memorizing the word borrow, say, can I borrow your pen? Instead of memorizing arrive, say, I arrived home late. Instead of memorizing decide, say, I decided to practice English every morning. Your brain remembers stories better than lists, and complete sentences are like tiny stories. Here's today's challenge. Choose 5 useful words. Only 5. Create one sentence with each word. Then say those 5 sentences 3 times during the day, in the morning, in the afternoon, and before you go to bed. Within a few days, those words will feel natural. Not because you forced yourself to memorize them, but because you actually used them. Always remember this. Fluent speakers don't know every English word. They simply know how to use the words they already have. And that's exactly what you should focus on. Now that you're building a vocabulary you can actually use, let's move to the final step. The step that brings everything together.